Welcome to this course on trainer evaluation. To start off with, there are two sides to the trainer evaluation process. Firstly, the client is in charge of how and when they're going to evaluate you. They obviously want to achieve good return on their investment, and they may do this in a variety of different ways, one of which is commonly where they hand out an evaluation sheet at the end of your training. Or they might contact a sample number of participants who've actually been on your course. Secondly, the evaluation works in getting you upskilled and knowing where you're going wrong. So to start off with, we're going to look at using training evaluation for our own purposes. Ideally, in our training portfolio pack, we will have some sample questions which we can suggest the client actually ask participants. In this way, we can hopefully lead the process. So if we're not very good at using multimedia or creating films or using dynamic types of training, we might want to avoid those type of questions and include some questions around what we do well. Part of our process of improving our skills is knowing where we're going wrong, but we also don't want to spend an awful lot of time trying to defend our practice with clients. We want clients coming back for more, and we want to be developing our skills on the way. In terms of the type of questions that may be asked, sample questions such as how well did you enjoy the training? Did the trainer use technology? Did the trainer integrate with the group? Were question and answers allowed? Obviously, the type of questions will also vary depending on the actual background and the ethos within the organisation. If you set up a training course because you're under the impression that you're going to have a whole load of young people in who are dynamic, used to creative arts and willing to learn, and what you get in your training room that day is a group of older people who are unwilling to be there, don't want to learn any more about the subject and are quite offended by your training style, then obviously the training evaluation is going to reflect that. But generally they tend to be quite fair until they're not. One way is that your training will be marked down if someone's having a bad day or a bad week or a bad year. If they don't want to be there, or they're distracted, bored, or feeling very tired, then they will be in a position where they're going to mark you down, however inspiring your training was that day. So even at the top of your performance in terms of training evaluation and feedback, you are going to struggle sometimes to get 100% marks on your style and your value. In terms of your own evaluation and the feedback you're getting, have a look and try and work out if it's fair and realistic. If you do lots of umming and ahhing or humming, or you get quite distracted, or you have some annoying habits, or you've allowed the group to go off in a different tangent, or worst sin of all in terms of training is where you've allowed people to hog the day, you've run over time, and in order to complete your training course, you're expecting people to sit there after the supposed end of the day in order for you to catch up. You will be marked down, unfortunately, if you commit that sin. But generally people are quite fair in their feedback. The idea is we will be able to demonstrate to the client how well we've delivered the training, what benefit has been delivered to their staff, and lastly, some good questions for staff have been answered.